Let me just refresh. Let me see if I refresh.
Yeah.
Well, it must be live now, as it's saying live. Anyway, I'll do the brand, but it took a while for that to kick in. I'll tell you. Right, going. See you in a minute. Well, hopefully we're now live. It just came up with the wheel of death sort of thing, saying, and then so I refreshed, and then all of a sudden it said we were live. So then I played the intro, anyways. Honestly, crumbs. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Got 5 in the chat tonight, which is good. I think Nigel and Luke will come on later. Not heard from Alex. I sent him a parcel today. With the new pink primer to test it. He's going to test it for me as well. But other than that, good evening, one and all, to Airfix and Chill. This is episode 96. So we're 4 away from that big 100. We've got to do something special for that, haven't we? I thought that we could, you know, I may get Mr. Tamir on or something like that. What do you reckon? Mr. Tamir, welcome to Airfix and Chill. What is Airfix? Is there a big echo on the stream? Is there? Can anybody else hear an echo on the stream?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. New.
1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Have we got an echo?
I don't hear it on my end.
I can't hear it on my end.
But I'm not in YouTube. I'm just in StreamYard.
Okay. Celtic, have you got YouTube playing twice somewhere? We've all done it, haven't we? It's really strange because, like, when I'm doing testing and stuff on this platform, if I watch one of my videos as a premiere, I'll watch it in StreamYards, and I watch it not watch it StreamYards. I watch it on Chrome. Then I have open Safari, but not logged in. And there's a delay of about 2 or 3 seconds between what I'm listening to on the Chrome, and I've been watching it from the very beginning, but the one on Safari is a slightly ahead. It's very strange. I think it's just a way of YouTube just like spreading out the bandwidth, I reckon. So some people are watching it a few seconds after. So, but yes, tonight while we're on the bench, we've got Sully in. Hi, Sully. You all right, my friend?
All right.
Yeah, all right, good.
What?
All right, just loving that paintwork, that paint job you've done on that vehicle there. Honestly, he makes me sick, doesn't he? Does he make you sick?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think I've been out in the sun too long, but hey ho.
Yeah, that's it. So is that just freehand? Is it, Sully?
Yeah, it's all freehand. That there's grey and green camo underneath.
Yeah.
You can see it on that one. And yeah, all the squiggles all done freehand.
Amazing.
Right.
Very well done. That is impressive. Very impressive. Anyways, we got John Alec again from the States. Nice to see you, John.
Thank you. Good to see everyone.
How are you anyway, mate, with your health? Is everything all going in the right direction for you?
I think so, man. Yep, yeah. I think so. Thank you.
Have you been given the all clear yet, or is that another step beyond?
I have by, radiology, right? So by biopsy and radiology, I'm by pathology, I'm technically in remission, but I still have 2 more courses of. So they give it to you for a year. It's every 3 weeks. So I've got 2 more of those. I got one next week, and then one the very end of the month, and then hopefully by then it's all done, all clear, all good. Yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent. And we've got back on in the panel, we've got Fenris. Hello, my friend.
Hey, how's it going?
Really well. And you're building a B...
The T40B, from Airfix 148.
What are the decals like on that kit? You got the decals there?
They're about the normal Airfix quality, although it has been pointed out to me that apparently the store is incorrect. It only has 11 points and not 12, so that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, well, well, I was you, I would box it back up and send it back to Airfix with a handful of shit and say, sort your decals out.
I don't know. It might be a good excuse to get some Royal New Zealand Air Force decals and do it up in one of those schemes, because I've done that for a 1/144th one. I can't read this one here, but I've done that before, so I wouldn't be opposed to necessarily doing that for 148, because that's also a very interesting scheme, I think.
Could you do us a favour? Can you turn your microphone up a little bit, because you have gone back to being a little bit quiet, or can you bring it closer to your mouth? That'd be really good.
Yeah. Let me see. Is that a little better?
Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah, it's just
I think earlier when I was moving things around, I hit the little gain wheel on the microphone itself. So I've been trying to dial it back in.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, and then we have James. We're going to compare notes in a minute anyway about our lifeboats. But before we do that, while we got us on, I decided tonight we'll talk about our favourite model kits. I'm going to go over to the chat. What has been one of your favourite model kits to have built over the time you've done it? Now, I've been doing scale modelling. Now, people laugh when I say that one of the builds that I've done a couple of builds I've enjoyed the most building, and one of them was the Concorde. And it wasn't because it was an Airfix kit, because it's not a very good accurate kit anyway, the Concorde from Airfix, but it's one of the better ones out there for fitment. The undercarriage is pretty good. It's very weak. Don't get me wrong, it is very weak. When I take it to model shows, I've had to repair it with super glue, not just normal cement. But the reason is that my mother flew on that Concorde. It left London, went around the Bay of Biscay, and then landed at Exeter Airport. And so I was able to build that with the decals that came with it. The first and last, I think it was, I did. And so that was quite that was one of my favorite ones. Paint job wasn't so good with it, because that was one of the kits that I did using the Tamiya white gloss, and I don't think it was a very good gloss. It didn't quite spray as nice as I would like, but it was from a rattle can. So, and because I just thought it's going to be pure white.
Yeah, the rattle can be a little bit.
Yeah, and to be fair, the first coat went down. I wasn't happy with it. So what did I do? Put the can in lukewarm water, left the can there for 10-15 minutes, gave it another go. But I think with that first coat not being so good, it kind of, but other than that, and also putting those decals on, I learned a huge lesson with decals. What I should have done was split them into three, cut them into three to get the blue line or the red line. It was a blue line, I think it was, just to cut them and then put them on and overlap, because you had plenty on there. Remember, you're taking off 2.5 inches at the end. So you could have easily cut them into threes and then layer them down, because, trying to, when you put trying to get them straight, because as soon as you try and straighten one bit, it'll pull down on the other, and then you put it back and it goes up. And because you're going along the line of the fuselage and you've got that curvature, it was very difficult. Unlike when I was doing the lifeboat and putting the red and yellow stripe around the edge, you had something to butt up to, so you're able to push the decal up to that edge of where the rubber protector is on the lifeboat. But that was one of my favourite builds. I'll take it to scale more shows. If you visit me in Avon, if I've repaired it in time, I'll put it up there so people can have a look at it, because I'm going to Avon Scale Model Show on Sunday. What about you, John? Have you got a build that you've enjoyed, There's like a memory attached to it, or just because it was such a nice build?
I was thinking about it. I think I have three, right? So I'll break it down: car, tank, and plane. And I'll start with the plane. And I think probably my most enjoyable, most entertaining, most whatever, it's got to be that Airfix, the 124 Spitfire that came out in 22, right? 22 or 21 or whatever. that's probably been my most memorable. My most memorable plane build. I really enjoyed that. When it comes to armor, I'd have to go with that Tamiya Comet, the Tamiya A34 Comet.
Yeah. I watched that again last week, actually, John. It came back up on my feed again.
Oh, cool.
And that Tamiya one, wasn't it? That,
Yeah.
you said then, that was one of the epic, easiest builds you've done, I guess, when it comes to building a tank from Tamiya.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was. It's a phenomenal kit. Yeah. So, and then car wise, gosh, I'd have to go with that Tamiya, the Mazda Miata. They call it the RF, I guess, but it's that little convertible that they do, and you can do it for 4 different markets or whatever. That was probably my most enjoyed that I've completed. I don't know, this Lamborghini I'm working on right now is pretty darn enjoyable. So, but that Mazda RF was fantastic.
What paints did you use on that one? That one?
Oh, I forget. I think I just used, so for the Mazda, I think for that one I used, I used, it was like a pearl white.
Yeah.
It's like a pearl. You can mix, so like Mr. Color has a pearl white, and then they have a gloss white, and I think you mix it 50-50 or something like that. And it was just it was a pearl white.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Yeah. So,
and did you do like a 2K on top of that once you've done the actual build?
I did.
Which one did you use? Did you use the IMP stuff, wasn't it?
It was for that I used the Pro Scale. I used the Pro Scale 2K system. Yeah, because it's pretty easy to use and it works really well.
I must look at Pro Scale as a competitor.
Right.
Because I hear good things about that 2K. As I said, I would like to have a crack at that at some point. Sully, up to you, my friend. What have you got that's what can I say? One of your favourite builds?
Well, I wanted to complete. Well, I am going to completely ignore the Gannet and the Sea King because, to be fair, they're probably the 2 best ones I've actually done and really enjoyed and sort of gutted, sort of finishing really. So other than that, probably it's usually recent builds. I can't miss it. It usually just as thing goes on. It's usually the last build, not normally. So the F14 was a good one.
Yeah.
I've got that to end actually.
I was going to show. I'll put your bigger screen.
I don't know if I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So that was one of my sort of recent really enjoyable ones to do because it's somewhat different. I mean, I'm not one for doing jets really because I don't like the modern stuff all that much usually.
No.
So that was a really enjoyable one. That one actually turned out a lot better than I expected it.
Is that your? I mean, it's funless. Is that your chair squeaking?
Might be. I'm gonna mute myself while I'm.
It's squeaking.
Squeaky boy.
Squeaky boy. Squeaky bum
It's a
time.
relatively new chair too. It suddenly started doing this the other day, and it's been picking up everywhere.
Do you have WD-40 in America?
Yeah, but I have some better like door lube and stuff that I'll put on there.
You got some better. I like the way you say. You didn't say just say lube. You said door lube.
It's a white titanium base lube for like heavy duty applications like that kind of a thing. So
yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
It's not getting better. White lube.
No, white lube. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
White lube. Oh, fair play. Well,
So-
that is to be fair, mate. When you showed us that one before, it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that is tidy. That is really
Yeah,
tidy.
I was very chuffed with that one. I was very chuffed with that one.
And
I've-
I think that's one
go
of
on.
the most cleanest builds I think I've seen you do, to be honest.
Yeah.
It probably is, I suppose. Yeah, probably. Actually, I think in recent times it probably is that.
Yeah.
But I've got one of them because again that was actually to hand because I need to do a battery change on.
Yeah.
Ready for the show, which was my little.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That is boss. That is.
It was one of the first
Yeah.
ones that got like working lights on and stuff.
Hmm.
Decent anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dan-
I don't do Warhammer very often because the
Mm.
price of them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I got this one relatively cheap compared to usual. But I really I enjoy it because you can have a lot of fun with these because you can do realistically, especially if you're not playing it, you can do what you like with it, which is
Yeah.
usually what I do. So I just so I know the decals, I know the units and stuff. I know they're all wrong, but I quite liked them. I thought they were quite cool like that. So
Yeah.
again, I just did what I felt like I wanted to have fun with, really.
Fair enough.
So but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Sort
Warhammer
of
is
palette
still
cleanser
together.
those ones because you don't have to follow anything.
Yeah.
Ones these that I'm doing at the moment, these are both not off the off the book sort of thing. They're not proper.
Mm.
Considering it's got 50 cal sitting on the front of it.
Yeah.
So,
So
got,
that white, is that decal? Have you painted that on?
no, I painted that.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Hmm.
That is
Chipping
good.
fluid. Bit chipping
It even looks like it's been put on with a mop.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a few
That's going to be my challenge in the next 12 months. Now Nigel said it, and I've heard it on a podcast, and I wish I remember which podcast it was. That an author who wrote about Spitfires asked the pilots if any of their stripes were painted on, and none of them said yes.
Hmm.
And there is a video going around at the moment showing a plane being mopped with the white stripes.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah,
I
and
did
people
actually.
like,
Yeah, Dakota.
yeah, there's your proof. No, we want to see proof that
You're literally mopping it on.
mopping it on.
But
Yeah.
proper proof is a black and white photo, or a photo of the time of it
Yeah.
being done. Because I haven't seen one. I've just seen big brushes.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
Well, I do remember Nigel. He's got lots and lots of books for the Wing Leader series. So they have all the various planes and whatever else. And there's lots of ones with them painting on with mops.
Yeah.
painted on with mops.
Yeah,
What in the World War?
yeah.
Who was that? Who's got those books?
Nigel. He's got
Nigel.
the Wing Leader books.
Nigel, as in scale modelling. Nigel.
Old Git, yeah.
No, he's the one who put the challenge up, saying he's never seen a picture of a Spitfire being mopped.
I'm sure Nigel had them up there, but
No, there's Nigel that said it was Nigel who said he has never seen a picture of a Spitfire with mops with the mops being put on with stripes.
yeah.
So it can't be Nigel, but I don't think they're in the Win League. But because if that was the case, then somebody would have posted that up now that they were put on with a mop. So that's the challenge, James. Is that if anybody's got a picture, so that's a motorbike going by. Then we've got a picture. Send the picture to me of a legit picture of a plane being put the evasion stripes on, just using a mop. I can imagine a brush, as in like a normal sweeping brush, but I just can't see why. When you think about it, why would they use a mop? It just wouldn't. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Anyways, just quickly before I go on to Fenris and Rorex, who's turned up tonight, which is brilliant. I've not seen him for a while. Kitchen table modeler. My favourite kit is the one I'm currently building, the Revell Monogram 148 PBY 5 Catalina.
I'll tell you what, it's looking good. I've watched some of that. I think the last video today.
Yeah.
My God, has he got a wingspan on it?
Let's have a look at that. Actually,
it's cracking. It's cracking.
Somebody send me a link to that. That'd be good.
To be
Oh, go on.
So I was going to say, to be honest with you, I watched a bit. I think he was on about putting the wings together in the fuselage, and I'm already thinking I'm going to have to get one actually. I'll find it. I'll send it you.
Brilliant. So is it? Okay, right. Coachable. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Oh, my favourite model kits are the P40 and the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 in 176, and a huge collection of Panzer 4s in 35th. Most all versions I've made. There's a lot of people who love doing themselves a little Panzer. Definitely. This was
Speaking
interesting.
of little Panzers,
Yeah.
I don't know whether you saw the news today on Tinterweb.
Yeah.
Tamiya are going to release a Panzer 1.
What, new tooling? Panzer 1?
Brand new tooling after God knows how many years of them asking people for it. They're going to release a Panzer 1.
Oh, it'll be full of errors because it's German. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Hi, Nigel. Nice to see you, my friend.
I summoned him, see?
Michael Myers has said, my favourite build was a little 1/72 scale Polikarpov I-16 from A model. Although it fought me every step of the way, it turned out pretty well. It was my favourite because I preserved and got a good build, persevered, and I got a good build. Some of those are the best builds. Those that really make you, you really make you chew a big cushion, big piece of cushion out your seat because you like that. They can be some of the most fun, one of those fun builds. Where is Celtic West's comment? I like the Bentley blower. Took me forever. Was a real challenge, but now it's done. I love it. And are you taking it to Avon with you, Neil? Are you going to take it to with Iska? If he brings it with him, Avon, you'll be able to see it. It's as I said, I've seen it. I did the review on it because he gave me the kit to review, and I saw him doing the seats and everything at the model club we go to. Then when he finished it in that beautiful green, I think he scratch built a fair few chunks of it as well. It does look the bollocks, and a very, very nice kit too. He's done a really good job on that. And so hopefully we'll take it to Avon, put it in the scale model competition. Have you seen that one, have you?
No, I'd like to see. I've never seen it. I've never seen. I built one of those when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I've always thought it's a lovely, lovely kit. But I've never. You always see them and you think, oh, those spokes look a bit chunky and it all looks a bit. Oh, there's a gap there. Look, but I'd love to see one built nice.
Yeah.
Bloody beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I think he got second place. I think in one of the competitions he put it in, and it deserved first. But yeah, we're at Avon. Are you going to Avon this weekend, Nigel? Sunday?
Is it this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend. Thornbury Leisure Centre in Thornbury.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I've never been there before, Moss. I'm glad you told me.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was this weekend. I always go every year. I love that show.
Yeah, I
prefer that show to Telford in some ways.
Yeah, it's a good one, and I think Airfix will be there as well.
Moss,
Sunday the 28th of July.
Bring those paints.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good shout. Good shout. I'll get one of each, and I'll do the Germans first because the what's it called? The RAF stuff's coming on the boat. It's just being delivered on Wednesday to the port in Australia. Then we've got 6 weeks, and I'm going to pick it up from Southampton. So I should have the full range of RAF military as well. So,
and then what I'll do is I will give you back the paint.
Yeah.
Give you BS 835, whatever it is equivalent to the 386.
Yeah. And then we can put that one in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we just mix and match then, isn't it? You know, try and get it together. So James, your turn now. What was your favourite build that you've done in recent times?
Right, my favourite build was the Vickers Wellington.
The Airfix one?
The new tool one, yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved the markings because they obviously Airfix have put a great deal of thought into the markings. They've done Arthur Robert, which is basically the Lancaster, the Loch Ness Wellington.
Yeah.
And I restored that as a little apprentice.
So basically, it's more memorial for you because of your emotional attachment to the actual plane and scheme.
Yeah, the kit has got bonkers detail on it.
Yeah.
none of which you can see.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with it, James?
Hmm?
Anything wrong with it?
You can't see the detail that's inside it.
Well, the undercarriage was bent the wrong way. Pulled out the mould too quickly. So I reported that to Airfix and they sent me replacements.
Must cost them a lot of money, these replacements, mustn't it? It's a sad reality, isn't it?
I'm waiting for something from them now.
Are you?
Yeah. I said, I don't know if you saw my Gannett video. I was sat here building it. I may have told you this last week. I sat here working on it, and I got on the keyboard. Here, Dale, this thing's bloody amazing. You could put this in a Tamiya box, and I would believe it was Airfix. You know. I said, thank you, team. You've done a great job. Turned around, got back to the bench, put a bloody rudder, an aileron flap together, and it's like that. It's all warped.
Oh.
And after that, every bloody part I picked up was warped. After sending that email. So again, it's quality control, and it's not the
tooling. It's not the tooling. It's basic. It's basic in it. You know, there's a video at the moment of the Academy factory tour. Yeah. And in the background, you can see Airfix boxes where they're doing the tanks, if you know what I mean. In this video, there's Airfix boxes in the background. There's Academy video. And you just think to yourself, you know, their machineries, they're actually pulling it off the machine using this hand grab thing. And the only thing I didn't like was when they're coming off the machine, they weren't like hitting each other. I'll mute your mic there. There you go, mute his mic. But yeah, you know, that's the one thing that I'm really, really sad about is that it's the quality control. Because everything else, you can defend Airfix on anything, but again, it's a third-party contractor that's ruining it, and you can say the same for Hornby. And as I said, you know, I was watching one of the videos the other day. Is it Sam's modeling trains or something?
Sam's trains.
Yeah, the ones in the loft or whatever he is. He's in like a little loft, isn't he? He's got like a little space. He hasn't really got a layout, but he does all these testings and stuff. And there's an old video of mine. It wasn't a latest one, but it was just appalling the way that it came damaged in the box from China. You know, but what do you do? So.
Like I had a proper rant in I expect some of you have seen it. I think it's in part 5.
Yeah.
And I said in there, I worked in manufacturing. It's the reason I left my last job. You get these managers, they come along and they will tell their foremen, setters, whatever, you know, if the cycle time, if the curing time or cooling time when the mold's closed is 40 seconds, opens it, operator takes the part out, puts it down, fine. Some asshole comes along and says, if we change that to 35 seconds, we can get another 4 sprues an hour or 6 sprues an hour. You know, and then Airfix's order of 50,000 kits, we can do it a month earlier.
Yeah.
And it's just money. That's all it is. And it's crap. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
But it's like every single Airfix kit I've got has got a quality problem. We said about this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, James, you were talking about your money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that it? Was it? Yeah. You got the parts and basically undercarriage fitted fine after that. Then came back. Yeah. Fair enough.
And I painted it with Fayao Model Air as well.
Oh, that was a challenge. That was a challenge.
Oh, Moss, I found a limitation with outlaw paints.
I bet you have. There's a few.
I showed it in my part 6 video.
Okay, what was the limitation?
Easily curable. The black primer isn't black, is it? It's a very dark grey.
Very dark grey. Very, very, very dark grey. Yeah.
Great colour. Yes, good colour for tyres. And I was doing some pre-shading. It's come out absolutely gorgeous. The pre-shade on that way. But I was using that black primer, and I came down, and with the pre-shading, you've got to go really fine, low pressure in that. And I kept getting tip dry. It was like trying to spray Viejo with no retarder. So I chucked a bit of leveling thinners in it. Perfect.
Yeah. I've heard that said that lower pressures will give you a little bit of tip dry on it.
It was horrible. It was like bloody Viejo. And I thought, oh my God. And I said, we found a limitation here.
Yeah.
I went away, had a little play, and I came back and said, "Here we go, sorted, guys."
I think that's the issue, isn't it? It's like, do you ready for airbrush? But then you've got the option because we do sell the thinner as well. So if you do want to do that, I think you remember that, you know, it is designed to spray on as a paint.
Yeah.
But when you go down this route, and I think you have to do it with every paint, I think you just thin it down. You speak to LPJ models, you can have an airbrush ready MRP, and he'll still thin that down to do it. You know what I mean? To do the.
I was just about to say though, that's the thing. I find MRP too thin.
Mm.
Doesn't cover it well enough. And the beauty is with lacquer paints like the LP range and your Outlaws and that, it's easier to thin them down, but if they're too thin, you can't do anything.
No.
So, you know, it's a one-way game, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Rorex is back on the scene. Hello, Rorex. Haven't seen you for months. How are you, my friend?
Hello. I'm okay. And you? How are you doing?
Have you got a favourite build that you've done recently or you've enjoyed?
Well, one of my favorite build was this one. Ukrainian F4 what if build that I made with digital camo, all hand painted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get the right light on it. Yeah, you can see that camo.
Well,
nice.
So I like that one, and it's also with afterburners. I don't have it connected at this moment to anything.
So yeah.
And some Western missiles and some Soviet missiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my totally favorite build was also one for. Get it. Here it is. It's a Jolly Green Giant. And I did it, it was an old Revell kit, and it didn't have any interior in it, and I made it with full interior and soldiers and everything. So let me see if I can
get it up there. Oh, you can just about see it then, yeah. Oh, look at that. Got the soldiers in the back.
Yeah, soldiers in the back and first aid kits and everything in it, even some wiring and stuff like that.
Mm.
And it was is part of a Vietnam diorama that I have. So
yeah, fair play.
And it was a very basic kit of Revell. It didn't have. It only had some pilot seats, and that was it.
Fantastic. And you got it balanced ready with the fishing wire there to hang it up on the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's also balanced with some weights in it, so it's slightly nose up tilted. So
yeah, to take off.
Like and it has a rescue guy on it with somebody who's like injured. So it's hanging from a ceiling together with a Sky Raider, and Burdock and Chinook, 2 Sky Raiders by the way, and a Chinook with Huey underneath it.
Oh, fair play. Lovely. And that there you go. There's a modeler. There's a modeler there who uses a hairy stick. He doesn't use an airbrush.
Yeah. And the kit that almost got me stopped with modeling, it was this Tempest one.
The Tempest.
Yeah, it was my 5th build, and due to the lack of correct like green for the interior and stuff like that, I got so annoyed by it that almost got me stopped with my 5th kit that I built. It was it was in 2020.
Wow! And what is that? Revella's gun? Is that
Revell from the 60s? Yes.
Yeah.
Revell from the 60s. It's a Tempest. And it almost got me stopped. Yeah, it almost got me stopped building due to annoyance. I was annoyed by it. So
the yellow looks good.
And
on
it
that
also and it also had a very big. I think it was Revell on the tail plane, like raised.
You had to rub that out,
on it. Yeah, that was very annoying. But I didn't have the correct fillers and stuff like that, and that got me really annoyed. So this one almost stopped me building anything else, and I'm now at 95, 96, something like that.
Yeah. A great effort with that one, mate. Really good effort. Really good. Nigel, what's been your favourite build in recent times or forever? Have you got anything special that you've built that you will probably build again? Or
Is this only Airfix or
any model kit that you've built and you think that I love this so much, I could, it's one of my favourite ever builds.
the best model kit I've ever put together as a plastic model kit is that border model Stuka.
Really? You go on about this border model Stuka? I've got
The thing is absolutely stunning. The instructions are crap. The painting guide's crap. But the actual, you've got like a real great injection molding man designing the kit, making the tooling, and they got a great team pumping out the sprues because the quality's fantastic. You got some guy who drinks 57 pints an hour doing the instructions, and it's and that's it. But having said that Airfix 124 Spitfire was a joy to put together. The Airfix 148th Sea King was a joy to put together. The Airfix 172nd Scale Vulcan was a joy to put together. This Airfix 148th Gannet is a joy to put together. And I'm becoming an Airfix fan. Without knowing it. Because when you look at all the kits I've built and finished, when you look at the ones I've built and not finished, I always finish Airfix. Except for the Hellcat. But all the kits I start and finish are Airfix. I'll definitely finish this Gannet. And at the moment, I'm working on this Wingnut Wings Fokker E4, which is complete and utter bastard. It's just doing everything it can to fight me. And I've actually just finished making my video for Wednesday, Wingnut Wings 12. And I've said in there, people, if you're in a rut, if you only ever build Second World War fighters and it's like, cockpit, engine, fuselage has wings, cockpit, engine, fuselage has, go and get a Wingnut Wings kit. Yeah. Because you have got, honestly, you really got to think about build sequence and stuff like that. I found it really difficult. And what's really pissed me off, I read an article on it today by a professional modeler, and he said this is probably the easiest and simplest Wingnut Wings kit they ever made. And I'm like, oh, like out with it.
Like I was saying, it's like everything. Like it's I relate more to Airfix because I build predominantly Airfix, and then you've got people who predominantly build Edard, and I think, and some who predominantly just build Tamiya. They, once you get into the thoughts and the thinking of this, it's like this Chinook that I built. It's got Pramjet all over it. You just know it's. I'm sure it's very well. If it isn't Pramjet, I'm wrong. But the way it's put together, it's got to be a Pramjet thing. The way he thought about it. The fact that you're drilling holes and he's put the plates on and it fits over one of the bubbles on top of the fuselage and it just slots in and you drill the hole in there. Those are the things that you really, really open your eyes. It is well thought out. I've never done a Wingnut Wings, and I think that's because I'll be afraid to do it because I would have spent so much money on buying one that I'll be afraid that I'll bugger it up and that'd be like 200 quid because they go for mega bucks now, which is a real shame.
This one here has fought me all the way.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm a shit modeler. I am, but it's not that. It's just this bloody psoriasis. I've got really, really skin, and if I can get a finger mark on there, I have. And I've had to paint the thing about 4 times. Then all the decals fell off. It's just been a nightmare.
I thought Wingnut Wings had cartograph decals.
They are, but there's a period. I've been speaking to Ray Rimmel, who's the World War I maestro.
Yeah.
And he said there is a period with Wingnut Wings. Apparently, all the camel, the one of the stop decals just fall off. These decals here, you can put them on, leave them overnight, and literally come in the next day and just peel them off. They're like tape, and then they crack up.
Really?
They're awful. Yeah, they're horrible.
I do wonder because, do you remember I built that Ford GT? That is a starter set or gift set it was. And every time I went to put the gold stripe right down the front of the bonnet, it would break.
Yeah.
Snap in half. So in the end, what I did, I bought another kit to get the decals because obviously Airfix didn't have any decals in stock. Bought another kit and it done exactly the same on the second kit I bought with the decal. So what I did was I realized that where the break was, I could actually hide it under the number on the front of the bonnet. So I turned them around, booted them in together, two broken bits, and then put the number on top and then trimmed it to size. But I do wonder whether there was like a period where, because ever since I've never had a problem with a cartograph decal, never have, apart from that one kit. And it happened when I got another kit as well to get the decal sheet and it broke again.
This just shows people go, oh, old school shit. I asked a guy who's probably in his 70s, 80s, and I said, what can I do about these effing decals, mate? They're absolutely doing my head in. And he said, what I've always done with them is get some white glue, thin it right down, and paint the white glue onto the model before you lay the decal down.
White glue?
Yeah, really thin, like sort of 10 to 1. Paint it on, and then just put the decal on normal as if it's water. And then just leave it. And I did some tests. I've done the tests on camera, and it works really well.
That's interesting. That.
Then I thought, hang on a minute. This Mr. Mark Setter, the decal setting solution is white, isn't it?
It's PVA.
So I looked at it. It's bloody thin PVA.
Never.
It's also got ester compound in it, so it also softens the decal as well. So I ended up using that. And then I've sealed them down with some flat. And they have gone down. I mean, I don't know if you can see that on there. They have gone down.
Oh, let me just get you bigger. Here you go.
There's no bubbles, nothing. They've gone down.
And that was using that set. That marvelous.
They're awful. I put there's a little gauge. Right, you can go now.
Yeah.
All my wrinkles. There's a little gauge you're supposed to put inside. And I put it down. It was like trying to place a piece of paper. It just wouldn't stay. It was sticking to the brush. It wouldn't stick to the model. They're absolute shit. There's a date on there, 2013. So they're not breaking up in the water or anything. They're absolutely fine. You can literally, I showed it in the video, you can literally peel them off.
Amazing. Decals make a kit. There's no two ways about it. You've got to judge a kit sometimes on the decals that come with it as well.
Yeah. But also, you say about cartograph, in my opinion, because I've built Revell kits with cartograph decals, in my opinion, Airfix cartograph are the best decals out there.
Yeah.
Because, Sven sends me his mask sets for the Airfix Spitfire and all that. You don't need them for the Spitfire because the decals are so good.
Yeah. I've been doing the lifeboat. I'll tell you one thing I have found, whether it's just me or not, but do people find that some of the decals that Airfix do are too big for the part you're sticking them to? Like, for instance, when I was putting the decal on for the Chinook, the Waka Waka, I thought it was too big. So in the end, I peeled it off, binned it, and then just dry brushed it, painted it black, and just dry brushed it white and dotted in the colours using a Posca pen. And on the lifeboat, this one here on the display, come on, focus, you bugger. Hang on, you get back. You should focus now. That one there is just too big, so I cut around it. So I cut around the decal. Is it here? Yeah. So I cut around it and got rid of. I cut so where you see the. Come on, focus.
Yeah.
You cut with the decal film.
Well, I cut where the white is.
Yeah.
I just cut it out because I thought it was too big. It looked too big. It was too big for the thing. So I cut around it, and it just fits perfectly now in the groove where that should be. So,
what I will say, you have to allow sometimes when manufacturers give you a decal for an instrument panel, the instrument panel's raised.
Yeah,
they'll make it too big because when it goes down, it will pull in.
It should pull in, yeah. But I wasn't wasn't trusting it on the Chinook, so I didn't bother. But as I said, if you buy the decals, you can see that the 3 is a different font.
Yeah.
So I don't know
While
what.
you're there, Moss, did that yellow decal cover the blue okay?
Yeah, look at that.
You haven't put any white under it or anything?
No, that
Brilliant.
went straight
Yeah,
on.
thanks for that. That's good to know. Mine's stalled. I'm waiting for new windows for mine.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's you can see the 3s are different. Different
size.
font. So, but anyway, I got them down. The front one went on really well. I just got to do the mast at the back. I'm going to spray. It says it's got 3 different colors, but what I'm going to do is just spray it all black, highlight what's white on there, like the radar spinny thing, whatever it's called. As I said, that me and James have been comparing notes. That should go into that hole there, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't reach. Just doesn't reach. Because I thought that was an aerial, but no, the aerial goes underneath. There's a hole there for the aerial underneath.
Yeah, that goes. Both those holes are for the aerial.
Yeah, but that hole there is for an aerial as well, is it?
Yeah, the top hole is for that long whippy thing they've got.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But other than that, and the glass, I dry fitted the glass somewhere. Have I got the glass here? Where's the glass gone? I dry fitted the glass because you've got like a little notch, but if it just doesn't seem to, it doesn't. Yeah,
doesn't fit.
It doesn't. I don't think it fits as well.
Mine fits perfectly.
Yeah, so does mine.
Now, you see, on mine, I'm waiting for a new sprue because my windows, when I put the windows in, they're all like that. It's like they're all open.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem to fit solidly.
Beautifully.
Mm.
Well, the one on the top.
Yeah. You want to stick them with a bit of white glue, my Moss?
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with. I just think it should it go inside then? Should it? Oh, maybe that's what it is then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking it should go on the top. The way it looks.
That's why it's got the peg on the bottom to fit in the.
Yeah. Now see. Yeah, I'm a DV. I thought it was supposed to go on the top, but there's a hell of a gap there, though. There's a bit of a gap. There you go. That's what it is.
Will it?
Yeah, there you go. I've done it now. I thought it should go on the top. I wasn't reading. I've just got to this bit now. I'm just leaving it be. So, but I'll glue that in with a bit of PVA, or some of that. What's it called? The one that you told me about, the Ammo Ultra Glue. That's what I use on that.
Yeah,
good stuff. That
stick it in.
But yeah,
out, give it 10 minutes. And then wet cotton bud go around it.
And then when it's done. I've offered to give it to the Exmouth Lifeboat, so they're going to have it on display where they're selling these. So,
that's cool.
So it's going to go down there at the Exmouth Lifeboat station. But I've done it to. The only thing I need to do now is spray that bit black at the front, just that little tiny bit black. But I haven't got a decent enough picture. When they take pictures, I always seem to cut that bit out at the bottom. Like I need to actually see how far down it goes. Spray that black, and then that's it done. Then I'm not going to weather it or nothing. So I want it to look like it's done, like not amateurly, but not to put people off having a go. Because I said, we've all agreed that it's definitely a gift set, not not a starter set. No. And we've all agreed to that. So that's not really.
I just hope they sort their quality out because, like I say again, my windows. I put the windows in, and they're like that. It's like they're all open.
Well, I
try to clamp it all shut and glue because I'm putting white glue around the windows to get rid of the gap, and then putting a black frame around them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And it looked lovely, but I could not get the front window. The front windows just kept popping out.
Yeah.
So I got in touch with them, and they're sending me another sprue, but they said it could be 21 days. That's why I've done parts 1 and 2 of the video, Moss. That's why you haven't seen them, because you gave me that kit. Bless your heart.
Have you got? Are they live now? Are they?
Who?
Have you got those videos live for the lifeboat?
No, I'm not putting them out until I can, because I don't want to put 2 parts out and then not do anything.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Question: how do you feel about YouTube channels who have videos for paying people only? Do you think it's okay, or do you, like me, think it's a scummy practice that splits the viewers into two tiers? Right, okay. Let's be honest here. Okay, Nigel's scale modeler. We've got James. We've got Fenris. Fenris, I don't think you are fully full-time YouTube, are you?
Not yet. I'm
no.
still waiting on the watch hours to get up there.
There's Sully scale models there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, John Alex 4. Rorex doesn't really do YouTube so much. He goes on people's live streams and supports them. Just out of asking, do you feel that you should be entertained for free? Do you go to a football match and spend 20 quid for 90 minutes of football? Do you go off and go to a cinema and spend 15 quid on your ticket, £10 on popcorn, £5 on a drink for 2 hours? You know, are you willing to spend that sort of money? Then as a YouTuber who actually invests money into his YouTube channel, like live streams, for instance, this software that I'm using now, that I freely share to the people on this channel so we can have a live stream, is £50 a month. Is it really a scummy practice when you are willing to go off and spend 3 or 4 quid on somebody making you a cup of coffee when you could be spending 20 pence and having it at home? You got to look at it from the answers and the questions that you're giving. Is it a scummy practice? Because I don't think it is. It costs us money to buy model kits, to buy the equipment, to buy the cameras, to buy the lighting, the electric, the room that we've got, to entertain you and to educate you into scale modeling. Is it not really a bad thing that some people are willing to pay for that? And so we have this tiered membership thing that allows us to do this. We've had it this week with Sprue and Glue. Apparently a fellow YouTube channel of his went out there and was dissing him because he was asking for donations towards his channel. Is it really a bad thing? No, I don't think YouTube is a charity. I know that YouTube is a brilliant platform. It's free at the point of use, but my time and Nigel's time building and filming and educating you in the particular subject matter that you're watching, is it wrong to ask for a couple of quid to help us to continue to do what we're doing? I don't think it's a scummy practice. I think it's
the editing software you see, any music that plays at the beginning or at the end, all of us are paying licenses. Even me, who isn't making money off YouTube yet, I have to pay for every single one of those sound licenses that I use for any music on my channel, right? Like, everything has a cost.
Yes.
If I could have my little 5 minutes on it.
Yeah.
I kind of know where this Sandy's coming from. I don't have members. I have no membership tiers or anything. I have Patreon, and the Patreons, 2 of which are on this channel now, you're looking at. Thank you very much, guys. They donate a few quid a month to the channel to help me along. They keep it all going because they're helping me along. I don't work. This is all I do. On the same count, and I've got lots of people give me money every month in Patreon. Thank you very much, out of the goodness of their hearts. And it's all above board. It all gets taxed and everything. So don't go asking about that. And they do it out of the goodness of the heart. I don't have any videos or any special content for people that are not Patreons, or people that are Patreons, should I say. I don't want to go charging people to watch a video. If they can't afford it, they can't afford it. But those that can afford it will donate money to the channel. If the Patreon dried up, I would have to think of another way of drawing in that money because, when you're looking at this now, a bottle of Outlaw paint is bloody, was it 7 quid? You buy a few bottles of that, you get 30 quid worth off straight away. And people expect you to do all this for nothing, and I'm afraid it don't work that way.
No.
I also get people moaning about the adverts. Well, do you write to ITV and moan about the adverts? Do you write to Talk Radio and GBUs and moan about the adverts? The adverts, watch YouTube, just get premium. It's 12 quid a month.
Yeah, and also, if it actually is better off for us if you were premium members. because that money is split to the videos that you watch. That's what they do. So, say for instance, you basically pay £12 a month. YouTube will take a third of that, so that leaves you with £8 a month. And say you watch 8 channels or 8 videos, say that month, £1 will go to each of those videos, those 8 videos. And then if you watch 20, it will get split even more down. But
Yeah.
it's better off for us if you did. The reason I do the membership tiers is that people ask me if they could sponsor me and help me with my videos. The only thing that annoys me, and this is why I tend to do live streams for the channel members, is that because they're channel members, they can have a live stream with me where I'm there in action, working on my bench. They can join me on a live stream. They can ask me anything for free. Any question, they're freely able to ask me that as a premium member on the live stream, and there's no adverts. What I would like is that YouTube, if you become a member of my channel, any video you watch on my channel doesn't come with adverts. But unfortunately, you've got this Sky business where you pay your £40 a month to watch your football or your Formula One, and they're still bombarding you with adverts.
Yeah.
That's the piss take. If you want to really be annoyed, Sky's the worst, because you pay your premium for the Sky packages you've got, and you're still watching adverts.
Yeah.
That's the annoyance.
Amazon are doing it too now as well.
Amazon are doing it now, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
But no,
Paramount
it's not.
Plus.
And you can pay £2.50 and not have the adverts. No, I already pay you enough.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. Speaking of being supportive, Moz, I received your book in the mail Friday. I'm finding it very hard to put down. Kudos to you. Very good job writing this book, my friend. Thank you very much. If you could
See, Moz has spilt his extra thin on it.
yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. I get really, really frustrated. You know, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know of one channel that I don't watch anymore because they were putting up adverts every 4 minutes. And I think that's taking the piss. But I basically set my adverts. So there's one at the very beginning. So when you click on the link, you get one. There's one about halfway through. And then when the video ends, there's another advert that comes on then. So in a 12-minute video, you're really only going to see one advert because that'd be in the bang in the middle. You know, what? Even if I only turned off advertising and just say put whatever you want on their YouTube, they will always put one at the very beginning of the video and one at the very end. That's what they do. I can't change that, but I always put one in the middle just for the sake of it. And channel advertising is crap. Where we make our money is from the supporters who pay extra, but then they have my time. They can email me and contact me anytime, and I will answer them. That's how it works. So you've got a personal, you know, and they help me. And to be fair, I get sent lots of model kits, and they say to me, "Do what you like with them, Moz." 9 times out of 10, I give them away to people that need them, who can't really afford a scale model kit. I'll send it away. That's what I do. And Nigel does exactly the same. You know, gives away models. So we give and we take. But do you really
Aftermarket stuff.
to do
You got
this? So
away. Yeah.
I don't really know you. So if you are, I understand if you don't want to support every, you know, but you pick the ones that you like, and then you know, and then you watch the videos. But it's not scummy at all. Never in scummy, is it at all?
No.
And-
The other thing is if you, certainly with my channel, if you watch one of my videos and there is adverts every 2 minutes, please let me know. But generally, what I try to do is one at the beginning, 1 or 2 in the middle, because my videos are generally about an hour long. 1 or 2 in the middle, 1 at the end. Okay? Sometimes I'll just have 1 in the middle. Sometimes I don't have any in the middle. Like if I'm doing a book review for someone, I'm not going to have ads in the middle of it. I just do 1 at the beginning, and that's it. Same with what I've done with the Pocket Lamborghini. I've put them out, and after a couple of weeks, I go and add the ads.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching them after a couple of weeks.
We tried. We don't, like I said, we don't take the piss. We don't take the piss with ads, you know. But also the other side of it, and the way I look at it, is that we need to make money to run these. You know, it's not a charity. By the way, I don't take any money from this I've asked for people to help me with buying cameras and stuff, and to do this, but also if I've got an affiliate linking system, so if you buy for an Airfix kit off me, and you go through that link, I get a small kickback on that, but the money goes back into the channel. Everything goes. My outlaw paint business, I've invested with my business partner Andy. Because my main business is selling online. We took our profits of that year, wanted to rescue what was left of outlaw paints in this country. It was unsure whether it was going to be in this country or not. I believe in it and I love using it. I want it so I can use it myself. We then spent a fortune buying the stock, spending an extra fortune on doing a proper website that's aimed at scale modelers, not off the shelf Squarespace where you only pay your £30 a month and you get a template and that's it. This has been bespoke built for scale modeling, so there's ample room there for us to move on. And we're not going to do model kits, but we're looking at doing accessories and paint brushes and airbrushes in the future, but so that's separate to everything I do on YouTube, but I thank all my supporters, hence why the airbrushes got a free book out of me, because they deserve it. And that's why I do the zines, which is like a little magazine for my brush painters and above. And the starter sit guys still have the same access to me, because I think it's right and proper that if you spend some money with me, that I'm on the end of a phone call. If you say you've got a problem, I'm equally able to jump on and go, here's the Zoom call, log in, show me your bench, let's have a look and see if I can help you. And I talk to people all the time. Mike always texts me on a Monday night looking forward to Airfix and Chill, but he gets a response from me. People who are not really channel members don't, if you know what I mean. It's part and parcel of it. So
I have to do this sometimes because I find myself, it's not so bad now, but I have got up in the morning to like 30 to 50 questions.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if you want to take all my time, at least have the courtesy just to put a couple of quid on Patreon. Yeah. Right. So what I tend to do is only really answer questions that I get through Patreon. Because those people are taking the time to give me a couple of quid a month, they deserve the time for me to answer them. And also, I get people ask me questions and then they come back and argue. I'm wrong.
It's like going to your accountant, having and then arguing with your accountant over the advice he's given you, right? It's nonsense.
And there we go. And Dave Barber there has given us a £10 donation towards paying for the software. Thank you very much, my friend.
Very generous.
Very, very generous of you. Thank you.
Nice
yeah. So, question is, are you putting yourself on YouTube to make money or to share your work hobby? Creator's choice. I think I put myself on YouTube to share my work and hobby. But what I didn't realize that you get to a certain standard that it then starts costing you money to be on YouTube. Is that not a fair comment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I'm not in it to make money. But when I started doing YouTube, I was working.
Yeah.
And I realized that I could start making some money out of YouTube. So I thought, what I'm going to do is relieve the stress in my life and stop working and just do YouTube. So I started putting loads of content. If all of a sudden now people stopped donating or watching adverts or whatever, and the money dried up, I'd have to give up. I'd have to go back to work.
Yeah. George Davis did not know about that premium on its own. That's hell of expensive, but it does not sound too bad at all. Well, was it $11.99 a month for premium on YouTube?
$12.99.
Yeah, and you get 4 channels. So, like, I have 2 channels when I signed up, so it's $20 here, but you can do the family package, right? And so it's I have 2, and I gave the other 2 to my daughters. So for $20 a month, I don't watch any ads, and neither do my daughters. So it's totally worth it.
I don't think we can have the multiple channels here.
Hey, well, my missus is on YouTube with me as well. She signed because you get family I think it's like £14 a month. I think it is.
Oh,
You
right,
can have.
okay.
Okay, so that would be $10.
The thing is, though, is also that we have Netflix. What we do, we're quite canny. I get me out the Amazon Prime anyway because we buy from Prime all the time, so it's worth being a Prime member. So we do get some on the telly, but we jump between Netflix and Disney. Some months we know there's something good on Disney, we'll then buy Disney for that month. Netflix, we'll then swap back to Netflix. But the majority of stuff that I watch and listen to is YouTube, believe it or not. When I'm at the bench working away, I will have like Nigel's builds going. If John's released a video or if James has released a video, I will have them in the background. You know, when I'm on the bench, I don't listen to radio so much anymore, unless I'm in the car. But when it comes to working on the bench, I like having a playlist of scale modelers in the background. So that's what, and so most of my time is on YouTube. And most of the documentaries that end up on BBC TV or on Channel 4 end up now being on YouTube. So I can watch those documentaries on YouTube. So, and the best thing about it is there's no adverts because YouTube hammer you for adverts. We know they do. You know, they give you 2 adverts and they say you've got to wait 5 seconds to skip it. So you skip that first one, then the next one is a 30-second advert that you can't skip. So, you know, it's worth the premium alone so you don't have an unskippable ad.
Legitimately on YouTube Kids for our little one, we had a 15-minute ad that could not be skipped.
Oh, wow.
That's a whole video worth of an ad. And it was a whole kids show episode of something that was trying to sell toys, but you couldn't skip it.
Have you noticed now some YouTubers are burning ads into their videos?
Yeah.
See that? So you can't, it's part of the video. You can fast forward, but...
Right.
Oh, but I'll tell you what they do, which is fair comment, or whether YouTube do this, they actually put a chapter in saying advert, and then you can skip that advert if you want, skip to the next chapter.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
What I absolutely despise is when you get people start a new channel and they got like 58 subscribers and there's adverts every 3 minutes in the video.
Because
Who's getting the money for that then?
YouTube. That's YouTube.
That's
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube are doing that.
I cannot go and take the ads out. So he's not going to get any subs because nobody wants to sub him because he's got bloody ads every 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a YouTube thing, that is. But it's their sandpit. You've got to play in it. It's like you know, I'd like to go down the Patreon route because I get more of the share. But the problem is that then at the moment I can set my videos to just channel members only. If I had Patreon users and not channel members, I would then have to have them as unlisted, and it doesn't work so well.
You can post it on Patreon and let them view it that way, but then you're posting in multiple places, right? Like
Multiple places.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have it all in one. And to be fair, you know, because you know, I've got an OnlyFans account. Only because when OnlyFans first came out, it was a Patreon killer. They were giving you a fair good whack of coinage from the donation. And then all of a sudden it got taken over by porn and women who can't be bothered to sell Tupperware or Avon like they used to and just want to flash their bottom everywhere. They've ruined OnlyFans. So now Patreon's back into the space. But no, you haven't offended me, Sandy. I just don't feel that your question is really relevant to this in the way of, and I just wonder if there's a secret agenda here, like because of what's happened on another YouTube channel. But I tell you, if you gain anything valuable from a YouTuber, give them a bit of coinage. You know, it's not a bad thing, or at least if you really want to help them, if you see an advert that comes along, just click it. Just click the advert because we get more money that way than just you watching it. If you click it, that's a bite, that is, and we get a bit of money for that. That's just you didn't hear that from me, Mr. YouTube, because you can't do that. That's
what happened.
The other thing I would like to say on the negative side, like you just mentioned about something else going on.
Yeah.
I once did a video, I did a review of a brand new kit from HPH. It was like £1,000 or £1,100 or something.
Mm.
All I said was one comment. I said, I'd love to build this, but I could never afford it. Maybe I should do a crowdfund or something. And my name was filth on about 6 or 7 different forums. People were sending me links, and I was going in there and telling them what I thought of them.
Yeah.
And I was getting, who does this bloke think he is, asking us to donate money so he can buy his big plastic model? He
Yeah.
can F off, blah, 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 blah. Hang on a minute. It was just a passing comment. It was a joke, if anything.
Right.
You crowdfund a bloody model. But I did have lots of people say I would donate.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, when I was talking to get my new camera or my new computer, and I bought an iPhone instead, but I was selling off my model kits to get it. So, you know, in the end, I had to buy a new phone because my phone died. But I can't do videos without my iPhone. So, but I thanked every single one of those who bought a model kit personally. You know, and that's why I do the book and the fanzines. I create them to give something back to the channel members. And you can see me once a week on a Thursday behind closed doors, just open to channel members, and they can watch me do. And actually, it's been really good. We actually talk, people ask me questions, and it's giving back to those channel members. It's a good thing, Nigel. You should think about doing it. But you know, it's you actually you're talking to those who really help your channel. It's a really good thing.
I'd like to say, there's a comment there. Nerf Jolt, I would donate if I had cash. That's exactly why I don't do member-only stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel then I'm pushing out the people that can't afford to donate.
Yeah.
I'd rather leave it like a charity, you know. Whereas if you want to give 50 quid a month to Dogs Trust, then you carry on. But that doesn't mean that other people that can't afford to give them £50 a month shouldn't look at their content on their website, does it?
Yeah, I get that, but then for me, if I do a video, members get to see the first viewing of it first,
right?
And then it goes out because they've paid for it, and I don't put the adverts on, so it goes to channel members first without adverts on.
Yeah.
And then when it goes live for everyone to watch, then I switch the adverts on. That's a good way of doing it, Nigel. To be fair.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, whatever. It's each to their own.
Yeah.
It's also a lot more work.
Nobody should apologise for making money. Watch or don't watch. The choice is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had the money, I would send you some, Nigel, as you're my model guru and amazing builder. Yeah, we're not asking for money. We're just saying if you feel that, you know, you want to contribute in some way to help us with our channels, then do so. At the end of the day, it's your business. Do as you please to generate income. I personally appreciate what I've learned this year for free. I love the helpful community compared to the 80s and 90s. Absolutely.
Most
YouTubers, it's a job and they are open about it. What's the problem? There is no problem. George, talking about Outlaw, can you put a back in stock email thing so you get a notification when the paint you want back in stock? We've got an issue with that, and it's to do with GPRS. If you put stuff in, we have to hold on to your data, which, you know, because at the moment it's all held off site. We are looking into it, but what I am tempted to do is, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, we've now got Outlaw Instagram, Outlaw Twitter, and also on here as well on the Facebook page. I will say when the stock should be in 40 days. It's being sent to the port this week, and we should have the full range of RAF back in stock. We've got another order going in a month's time for other things, but mostly I wanted to get the primers, the primers, the black, the grey, the black, the grey, and the pink in stock. That's a huge thing. Some more lifeboat, and also we've got the range of paints. So if you want to do this Mark 8 in RAF colours, and I've been told this from numerous Australians that the scheme for Airfix is wrong. That underneath was never sky, it's medium grey. We do have the exact formula for the medium grey for underneath. It's not sky, as the scheme says, it's actually a medium grey. And that's from a lot of Australians have told me that the scheme's wrong. It's not sky on that Mark 8 for the Australian scheme. It's a medium grey. So you'll see a picture go up in a minute with the bottles of paint, the range, 8, I think it's 9 colours. We have them all in stock. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. But until that time, we just bear with us. But just email me, and I'll put you on another list, and we'll put it. And we'll, if we do come in, we might be able to email you, but we can't automatically do that at the moment. Yes, agreed, Moss. Like you, when at the bench, his YouTube videos on in the background. Mike D, uBlock is my friend. Ads be gone. Until when? Because YouTube will stop you from doing that, I think, after a while. This video is sponsored by
Dove soap.
yeah. Yeah, adverts, I get that, but then, you know, at the end of the day, the problem is that then you are then stopping the creators getting some sort of monetary value from it, you know. So yeah, the OnlyFans account is defunct, but when OnlyFans first came into operation, we were all told to use it, and then within about 6 months, everybody was doing porn on there, and so I deactivated it. So, but at the time, there was a Moz Models OnlyFans because that was what it was. It was a Patreon killer, and in the end, we all stepped back from it because we thought it was bad. So, but yeah. That's how it was. Careful asking for clicks in terms of service of Google AdSense. That's what I was saying. Yeah, if you want to help a channel, just click the advert. You know what?
Can I just ask a question? Ian, I saw Ian come in there, and he said, "Please," because Ian's got a brand new channel. He's a great guy, and he's just asked, "Please don't tell me my channel is inundated with AdWords." I think he's got about 40 subs. If you can tell me the name of your channel, Ian, I'll put a link in YouTube so that other people could go and sub to you. Ian is a brand new modeler, and what he's doing, he started a YouTube channel as a beginner.
Yeah.
So rather than being like us, this is how you do things, guys. He's like, this is how I'm learning. So he's going to make lots of mistakes and do stuff.
He'll have to come on here and have a chat with us because this was the reason of Airfix and Chill.
Yeah.
This isn't the Moz show. It wasn't intended that. We all got together, didn't we, lads? And we said, I had about 15,000 subscribers. Matt from Model Minutes had 20. And there was all these channels here that we decided that we wanted to help them boost them up. So we thought we'll do an Airfix and Chill and come on, and you can tell people to go and subscribe to these folks like Fenris and Rorex didn't actually carry on, did you? You didn't bother doing a YouTube channel at the end. But the idea is that we come on here, we chat about scale modeling, and you go away knowing a little bit about these folks, and then go and subscribe to them, and maybe become a channel member if they got channel membership. So, only Moz, I like that.
Moz, I'm on the stream because I do everything with the hairy stick and to show people that it's still possible.
Exactly. Harry, you're not a second-class citizen if a second-class scale model because everyone still uses a hairy stick when they
You're
build
probably
a
a lot healthier in older life as well.
Yeah.
Well, I work in a lab with a lot of drugs, so I don't think so.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, Joe, we're not asking you to donate. We're saying that if you feel that you've gained something from a YouTube, you know, at the end of the day, if you just watch our video and until you get the adverts, we get some sort of monetary value from it. So yeah, it's
something I don't understand is why does Patreon now do free membership?
They do on YouTube as well. You can offer free memberships out on YouTube.
That'd be a catch.
But what's the point? What's the point in me having somebody on my Patreon that doesn't donate? The whole point of Patreon is a means of donating. I don't get why they do it.
It's kind of the same mentality as right, like giving like a coupon to get like a free meal or something, right? You have the free membership, you come on, you get some of the benefits, but there's more benefits that are here. So if you're regularly posting on Patreon, it can help, but if you're not really doing a ton on Patreon, you're just putting things up every now and again, like the way that I am. It's not really worth it because people log in for free and then like, I don't get anything, but so what's the point? But if you're like giving lots of
nobody gets anything from my Patreon. Nobody.
Right. So like it wouldn't make much sense there. But like it's one of those things that's for like bigger channels that are they have a ton of things that they can offer through Patreon and all that, and it's kind of again that whole volume. You know, you give away a couple free things, hoping to get more people in because you have the volume to do it, type thing.
Does Ian put his link to his channel in here or something? People.
No, Put it in there, Moz.
Yeah, you don't have you. Tim, can you look at that, Nigel? Tim's just said, I requested to join Wendy's memorial group build, and next thing I know, I got blocked. So if you want to look into that, mate.
I expect you've upset one of the moderators, Tim. I'm not looking into it.
Okay. I like to support several channels but sadly I can't afford it. We're not asking you to do it. We're saying if you feel you need to, do it. We're not forcing you, but I'm not going to deny it. I do give out offers and stuff to channel members, but every YouTube channel can do that. I'm not doing anything different.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't give anything to people who pay. The people who can't afford to pay get exactly the people. If somebody gives me £100 a month, they'll get exactly the same as you that don't give me anything.
Yeah.
It's not a case of. James, can you put the link in the private chat, please?
Yeah, keep it in the private chat as well. That'd be good.
And I can put. I'm trying to. It's only on yours.
Ian, would you be a darling and email me? My email is in my about section on here, and we'll chat about you coming on the channel in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We'll have a chat with you, and we'll try and promote you and try and get you up the subs. Okay.
He's a lovely chap.
But when you do subscribe, remember watch one of Ian's videos in entirety, and then leave a comment and just say hi. I've come from Airfix and Chill. Brilliant video, so he knows where it's come from, and then subscribe to him, because you might lose the subscription if you don't actually watch one of his videos.
Yeah, YouTube has gone off on another one of its little things where it likes to unsub people because they're not commenting, liking, all that. Yeah. I know that YouTube likes to go through phases of doing it, and I think it's doing its summer cleaning and going through that right now.
Yeah, that's it. So you want to go over and subscribe to Ian, because it'd be really good to see how he's getting on with his builds. There's another one that came up on my stream this week. Where was it? A new scale, but he's like a scale modeler who he's building this helicopter, and he's totally rebuilding it because it's the wrong angle for the tail. It's Hobby Boss, I think it is. And he's actually just ripping it to bits and then rebuilding it basically from the ground up. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was fantastic. It was really, really interesting. He's a new scale modeler as well. There we go. Let me just share the screen here a minute. So we'll get rid of that. Where's the comments to? Let's hide that comment there. Hide. And if we go to present, share screen, and then Ian, share. I think that's share.
Yeah, he's an airplane.
That's his channel here.
Yeah.
Airbrush Minefield, channel introduction, and painting model kits. So what's he got? 62 subscribers, subscribed, and then what I'll do is I'll watch that later. Add it to my watch later. So then he can he'll get some few time from me. There you go. Well, that went off on a bit of a tangent, didn't it? I'm afraid. I feel we need to share this sort of stuff because it's I just felt it was a bit of a is it scummy to do that? I think the word scummy is quite abhorrent actually. It's scummy is not the word I would use. Definitely not. No, GDPR. We don't hold any data. We're not allowed to. Or if we do hold data, it's got to be on secure servers. So, but it's something we're looking into. But yeah,
You got water.
Pressure is on, Ian.
yeah. Point blank. It's Point Blank. It the channel you're thinking of, Moz. Point Blank. That's the channel. Yes. Honestly, Point Blank. Scale model, isn't it? It is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant, this channel. Share screen. The flying chicken, he's called it. The flying chicken fly.
These I needed
This
extremely
is it
small,
here,
way
and you can
beyond
see
what my
that he's
function
using
like
spread.
detectors. The
He
best
did
I could
this
think of
tip
was to
in
chop
one
up
of the
some fresh screw and
videos.
use that to imitate the
It
bolt
was
head.
absolutely fantastic.
I realized that I couldn't place the
What he
disc at
does.
uniform
This
intervals
is
along
all
the
more
fairing.
detail he's
That way,
adding
some
to
would
the
have ended
kit.
up either
These little
in or too
dots
close
are
to panel lines.
things that he's
So
punched out
instead,
using
I did my
a
best to
punch hole
position these
thing,
guys
and
evenly
then
within
gluing
the
them in
boundaries
one
of
by
each
one.
individual panel.
It's
Needless
absolutely
to say,
amazing. Has
this
any of
was
you
a
guys
very
seen this
lengthy
channel
process,
yet?
and I
Oh,
hate
that's
to get it up.
crazy.
But then
This
again,
is what he
remember,
does.
I'm doing this
You
so
know,
Put a
you
link
don't
in
have
there,
to.
please, Moss.
Pardon?
Can you put a link in, please?
Yeah, I'll put a link in. There it is. Is that going through? That should go through. I'll put it in private chat as well. This is all done with. He gets a black sheet and then knocks it out with a punch, and then he glues all the dots in.
I was just
singly,
about to finish the port side when I realized that I forgot to add the bulge that's clearly visible towards the
incredible
rear end of the
workmanship.
fairing.
Really
so I studied a
is
piece of
good
styrene strip to
workmanship. There you
shape
go.
and glued it
He's
on.
filing down the end of that tail thing to make it fit properly. So that goes in there, just perfect, absolutely perfect. It's really amazing stuff.
And there
I've
we
been
have it.
watching him all
The
day.
new drive shaft was finally finished.
You know, doing what's he
I
doing
bathed
here?
the
He's like
casing
got a
in
little
some
piece
debonder
like
and
that,
slid it onto the paint.
using a debonder, clearing it all up to get it all right again. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's stretched sprue as well, Moss. He's stretched
Yeah.
sprue, cut that into little sections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bit that I did
From
see,
here onwards,
hang on,
it was
if
mostly
I,
a matter of adding more discs to represent various
you
plates
know,
and to imitate the bolts
the way
holding them together.
he builds it all together, it's absolutely amazing. It's proper scratch build. Look, he's drilling out the hole there.
Some of these needed to be
and these are
extremely
really
tiny.
fine. Look how small they are.
Positioning would have been
Just to put the
impossible
dots
without
for
the
the
high
rivets
contrast
on
between
the
the black
tail.
and white
Look at that.
materials.
Honestly, it gives me a stiffy. I wish I could be that patient. Look at that. It's like, whoa. Honestly, it is absolutely fantastic.
The anti-collision light is
so he's showing
located
you
on
the
the
bits
front
that
side
are
of the
wrong on
gearbox
it, and then
casing.
he's going to basically
The part that comes
put
with
them
the
right. So there's that
capsule
little
is shaped
piece
more or
that's
less
wrong.
correctly, but it still needed some minor
So you still need that OnlyFans site, Moss.
Mainly
then.
because I wanted
Yeah,
to add a
that's
piece
right.
of
You should be
strength
on
in the connection
OnlyFans,
with the
yeah.
main part. Plus, I wanted to get rid of the molded on
He
light
drills
bulb
it
cover,
all
which is
out,
going to
you
be
know, to
replaced
make
by a
it look
transparent
good.
one
It's
later.
amazing. That one piece looked wrong, and he's now
The real
drilling
thing
it
looks
out
like
to
it
make
has a
it
lid
fit.
on top that comes off if you remove some screws on
Look at
its
this
side.
little bit of tape
In an
all
attempt
the
to
way
add some
around.
similar looking detail, I glued a thin strip
Oh,
of 0.1
the
millimeter styrene onto
patience
the
you
side of the
need to do
basket.
this sort
I
of
drilled a
stuff.
third hole for the electrical wiring that was
Point
going to
blank.
be installed later.
Can you mute
Once
the
again,
video
for the
mods?
pin,
I
I
can
used a piece
unmute
of
it
electric
actually.
guitar string, which I like to use whenever I need more strength than that of copper or brass
There you
wires.
go.
By the way, this part is so tiny that I
Is it
thought it best
unmuted
to leave
yet?
it on the sprue for easier
just a little.
manipulation until it
Can
was
you
ready
unmute
to be attached to the main
Is it
assembly.
muted? Is it?
No.
What unmute site?
The basis of the tail rotor mass is a truncated cone, but it's more than that. There are 6 pieces carved out of its base to provide access to the bolts, while its other side ends in a hexagonal profile. The shape is so complex that I seriously considered sculpting it, but in the end, I used my rotary tool instead to turn a piece of sprue and give it a conical shape.
Look at that! Isn't that amazing?
You're easier to police on you, Moss.
Yeah.
I drilled through the center line of the piece so I
Like
could mount it
A4
on a
garage
hypodermic
with
needle to
helicopter.
ease handling. I needed a rock-solid bond, so I roughened the needle up with a coarse sanding pad to give the glue a better surface to adhere to.
Yeah.
To place the carve-outs precisely, I used a saw to engrave an asterisk onto the base.
Look at that.
Then I transferred the grooves over to the lateral surface. I used a 3-edged engraving tool to deepen the grooves and then refine the shape with a
Oh,
needle
he's got
file
his
and some
fingers
folded
left.
sandpaper.
I know.
You stabbed myself 50 times by now.
I'd have been to A&E
Look at
about
that.
3
Look at
times.
that
I
finish.
removed the excess and
hell.
tested the fit.
Boom.
Then I punched out a hexagon from a thicker styrene sheet and temporarily glued it back on so I could drill through it. Once I attached it to the cone, the casing was ready. I wasn't sure about the diameter of the rotor hub base, so I made 2 Oreos, a larger and a smaller one. The The larger turned out to be appropriately sized relative to the mast casing, so I got to eat the smaller
By the way,
one. It was
Mods,
hard
I'm
to chew,
going,
but it
by the
tasted
way.
alright.
Oh, mate, nice seeing you,
I
my
shortened
friend.
the
See you
mast and
next
mounted
week.
the
Yeah.
sub-assembly onto the gearbox.
Hopefully.
No, night, mate.
Cheers, bud.
Hey, bye-bye.
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
As I was
Bye.
comparing
Bye.
the kit part to the scratch-built one, I realized that I still needed to add a trapezoidal
Look at the
system to imitate the
difference.
box and the real thing the cables go into. Luckily, I had a leftover hex shape lying around. I just needed to cut in half and attach to the top of the fin. Then, out of sheer cruelty, I inserted a plug in the bird's anal canal. I know, it's called cloaca.
Cloaca.
The tail section has a number of reinforcement plates installed that I wanted to recreate on this model. I started with the one that tail skid is normally attached to. I traced the relevant panel lines onto a piece of masking tape so I could design the parts on a flat surface. I like to use a toothpick to trace engraved details before I come in with a marker.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Mm.
This is what I watch, like, you know. There you go. Then he's got that marking. Now he's going to cut it all out on that bit of sheet.
Not being funny, I think he's a sheet metal worker.
Yeah.
Once I knew the dimensions and had a rough idea of the shapes I was going for, I transferred the designs over to a copper sheet and added some rivet detail using my double wheel. Old CDs are ideal for working with metal sheets because they provide more support than regular cutting mats and don't dull blades as fast as tiles or glass. I cut the part out, pressed it into a rolling set to give it the right curvature, rounded off the corners and attached it to the tail boom. On the other side, there are two very similar looking, well,
Yeah.
We already
for
have
the
them.
lack of a better term. I'm not
But if you want to go and watch his channel,
Yeah.
it's absolutely phenomenal. It you know, when I first saw it, I thought, what is this shithousery? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you do it? Yeah, he's definitely got some skill there. I think you're right. Have you seen it? Have you as well, James, before?
No.
No. But have a look at him. He's absolutely amazing. I agree. Plastic Monkey's in. Hiya, Plastic Monkey.
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
He goes, very extremely impressive. I'll be reaching for many beers after about 5 minutes of trying this. I know.
Yeah.
And then Sato says, puts resin printer to shame.
Yes, I 100% agree. It's
Puts
too
it
much.
to shame.
Have you noticed everything these days? We're de-skilling everything. I saw a
Yeah.
video the other day. Somebody was doing some plumbing, and they put a copper pipe into a soldered sleeve. There was years ago, you'd have got your blow lamp out with you soldered it and all that, flux it, solder it.
Yeah.
They got this thing that went over it. So now a 2-year-old can solder a copper pipe.
Yeah.
You know, that what he's doing there is skill. Somebody sitting on a bloody computer doing a 3D program is not skill. I'm sorry, it's not.
That's kit bashing in its
Yeah.
purest form. In its purest form. That's what it is. It's absolutely amazing. It's sheer joy. You know, when I watched his first video, I'll show you it. Where is it to? Hang on. I'll just show you the bit here. Let me just find it on the video so you can see it as well. Where's it to? Is it there?
Oh, I agree, Alt92. I agree 100%. It is a different skill.
Mm.
But as an engineer that started off in the late 70s, I learnt skills that enabled me to be able to draw stuff because I could make it. It's the same with James.
Yeah.
I've met so many CAD people who wouldn't have an effing clue. They can't even hang a shelf. You know?
Look at Pontos sets. When they develop a box and they make it out of 6 pieces of metal. They don't develop that out of 1 piece of metal.
No.
With a sequence to fold that 1 piece of metal up.
Here you go. I'll share this. Just watch this on the tail wheel here. So basically, he wants to cut that bit off. Let me make it bigger again. Hang on.
Having sawed off the tail fin, I sanded the surfaces flat and inserted pieces of screw to fill the cavities. I did this to reinforce the parts in preparation for the next steps.
So he fills it with spray, basically.
I snipped off the excess and cleaned up the stumps with a sanding pad. Then I glued on some plastic discs and sanded them to shape. As you can surely tell, I couldn't quite get to a circular cross-section here because it would have meant sanding off a significant portion of the forward part of the tail as well. I poked a tiny hole in the middle and then carefully drilled out the center to allow for a thinner styrene tube to be inserted. And with that, dear friends, it's time for me to shut up and let you get on with your own
There you
builds.
go.
Truth be told, addressing all these
Bit
issues
there.
wasn't exactly part of the plan for my first
I mean,
video,
just to
but
get
I'd
the
like to
angle
think that
right.
it may be of some use to some of you out there. In the next episode, we'll dress up the tail boom with scratch build details. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.
All right, I'll begin watching this guy later.
Yeah.
And that's in 1/72 scale as well. Bloody
It's in
hell.
1/72. Yeah. You know, it's just like I said. You know, he's put that little rod in, and then what he then does, he gets these little finely chopped bits from his, you know, one of those guillotines that cuts the styrene, the flat styrene, and then he adds it, and then he punches holes in this black bit of styrene and adds all the detail in. It's like,
Mm.
oh, and he said, "Oh, this kit should have been an easy one," and then he just rips it apart and then puts it all back together again. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. But that's another channel I'll be watching with answers. But yeah, Ian, if you email me, he's already emailed, so we'll try and get him on the next couple of weeks. I've been in
enough to
contact
get
with
you out of
him.
here.
We'll
Great.
get him on to talk to him.
Lovely
Yeah,
bloke.
it is skill. It's pure skill. But that's another channel that I watch, and I think you'll find that, you know, and to be fair, it's a sort of channel that you'll see him rocket past all of us. But then again, how long is it? It's like with scale hanger 182, because they go involved in so many kits and in their build of their kits that they don't put out a video for a month, whereas we try and put out content every single week. Those are the types of guys that actually spend their time, get the kit. But like I keep saying, and Nigel will agree with me, and James and John and Fenris and Sully will all agree with me that the real work is editing these videos down.
Oh my God!
But you know, and that's where our time is. I think Matt said every 10 minutes is an hour's worth of editing. So if you've got that's wrong. That's
about what I. That's about what I get. It's
so
1/6 or 1/7.
Yeah.
Of it's probably even less than that for me.
I reckon a 30-minute video includes filming it, editing it, getting the music right, and then uploading it. A 30-minute video is about 5 hours work.
Yeah.
I think the bit that people forget, it doesn't take me anything like that long to edit and upload and all that. But it's like with this Gannet, I've sat at the bench today all day, and I have not filmed a single minute of this Gannet.
No.
So, you know, the part 6 I put out yesterday was half an hour. That was 2 days' work. And that's, for me, that's where the problem comes.
Yeah.
Spending 2-3 days working to make half an hour video. And an half hour video every 2 or 3 days ain't enough. And it's also trying to satisfy everyone, because you get like, oh God, you're so slow, it's so drawn out. And other people say, you know, you flick through that much too fast, I didn't learn anything.
Well, as I said, got to confess, Nigel, it's nice having your voice in the background. What was I watching the other day? One of your videos. It wasn't the Pocker one. I think it was the Lancaster build. What part was it? Was it part 10?
Well, the Airfix Lancaster.
Yeah.
No, part 5.
Part 5, is it?
I think so. I think I've done 11 videos. I haven't put them all out.
Yeah, so it was the latest one you did, and I just remember I was there working on my bench trying to put those decals on, actually, on that lifeboat, And I put a bit down. I was like looking up at because my screen's there, you see. So I've got Nigel on there. I'm forever like put Deacon on, like looking at you doing, trying to look at me, listening and watching what you're doing,
You'll love what I do with the engines on that thing.
Yeah.
Completely change the build sequence.
I think you have to sometimes. Remember,
change the build sequence and use spare parts and everything out of it. It's all that box.
You have to remember, like Airfix is one guy, and he gets the kit and he builds it roughly on how he thinks it should go together.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you think maybe there should be 2 or 3 building it and then looking at other ideas, and then he goes off and then does his drawings. But I still think Airfix instructions are one of the best out there. The starter set ones.
Airfix they've really turned a corner.
Yeah.
Seeking, I think. I mean, the Anson's beautiful. Horus is beautiful, but I think they've really turned a corner since the Seeking. They just need to sort their quality control.
I think their 1/72 Mosquito, though it's slightly wrong with the Bombay and whatever, slightly too short, is one of the best mosquitoes out there.
Without doubt, their Lancaster is the best Lancaster kit out there.
In 1/72.
For less than 200 quid.
Yeah. That's it. I want to see what Revell bring out this year. That submarine looks good. I've asked, I wrote to Luke saying, if you've got a spare one I can review, send it to me.
Is it big or small?
Pardon?
Is it big or small?
Smallish one. I think it's 1/72. It's their new one that they brought. Is it 144?
I think it's 144, isn't it?
144, yeah. I'm actually building the 1/72 Spit Mark 22 right now and having a good fun with it. So I think the main issue with editing videos is you probably all start off with the original visual being a similar length, but then editing time will vary depending on the target duration. It's a good shout. It doesn't always work like that because, basically, you don't want to see us build 4 engines. We'll show you one, and then the 4's done. It's like you don't want to see us put in every single link together of a track. You want to see us doing basically the edges of it, Yeah,
a whole video based entirely around doing the Phantom stenciling decals, right?
Yeah.
I just need to do 2 decals, and you get the idea.
Skip.
That Phantom and those decals, I've asked a few people and they don't put them all on, I like to see a kit that has every single stencil on.
When I finally get that kit, I am planning on doing every stencil because I don't actually mind doing decals. I find it very just kind of like I can just kind of get in the motion of it and everything and watch something else or whatever. So I am planning on doing it because similarly, I don't know how many I've seen that have all of them. So I really want to kind of see what it looks like at the end.
Yeah.
I've got a 30-second scale. I can't get out because I can't get to the cupboard, but I've got a 30-second scale F4E downstairs, which I even scratch built engines for it. So when the doors are open on the bottom, you can look up and see the engines. It's got every bit of resin aftermarket, every bit of photo etch, and I even bought aftermarket stencils because there weren't enough in the kit. And if you want to see that, you can see it over on Large Scale Planes. They did a Phantom group build, and I put it in that, and it came out tops, I think.
For half a second, I thought you were going to say that you put it on your Patreon. And
No.
For that conversation.
No, it's on OnlyFans.
Darren Hall's still trying to build my Hatchet Lank with Nigel.
It seems like an age since we had the last parts, doesn't it? It was only like 2 weeks ago.
I've got the first, because I do when I get 2 boxes of Mustang, I then do it all in one night. I got 1 box, open it up and think, I'll be done in half an hour. I'd rather have 2 lots come than I do them all at the same time. So instead of like parts 1 to, 15 to 20, I'll do part 15 to 25 to get it, But I've still got the box here. Can I just also point out, ladies and gentlemen, that if you didn't realise this, that I did a video 2 years ago of an original boxing of the Bristol 192 Belvedere, and I put it down and said, could this be a future vintage classic? And you never guessed what Airfix released this week. A vintage classic 192 Belvedere.
Moss, do me a favour.
Yeah.
Can you get the clears for it and show us, please?
Want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see if it's still as bad as it used to be.
It's still that twin.
But it's like, it looks like packaging material. It's not even clear. It's bloody awful.
Well, you want to see the sprue, do you? The glass.
Somebody's built one, and they actually backform their own canopy for it.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. Greg.
Greg's Models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
What about people like you actually watch their videos and you're stunned? Oh, that looks a bit better.
Yeah.
Looks like they've polished the tool. It's still horrible to win it.
2 halves, isn't it? 2
Yeah.
halves.
Oh, look at those bloody windows. How thick are they?
They look as thick as my glasses.
I tell you what, lads, all jesting, this is why you buy vintage classics. Do you want to see what they've done with the decal? You know, the decal was basically just the black blue lines and a couple of roundels. The old, you can watch my video of the old one if you want. They've gone all in with the decal. Look at that. Everything you need there. Or the stencil, everything. They've really gone all out with the decal. The original decal was basically the roundels, the B, and a couple of blue lines. You know, where's my video too on it?
The cartograph.
The cartograph as well, yeah. Let me just on my video.
Can I just say, John Russell has just commented, did I know that Partwork upgrades do a bomber crew for the Lancaster? Yes, they do, but it's not for the Dam Buster. Don't go buying it because it will not fit. It's for the Hachette do another Lancaster, which is made of wood and sheeted aluminium. It's for that one. It's not for the Dam Buster one. So they won't fit in the turrets for sure. Sorry.
So I'm just going to show you the decal for it. Where's the decal to? On my screen. Yeah, so if I yeah. Right. Where is it? There we go. If we go to present, where is it? Share screen. Share that one there. Share. So you can see that now. Go big. And then if we just scroll on a little bit, that's all the toolings there, all the way through. And there's the decal there. That's the original decal there. So that's the boxing of it, and that's that's all the decal you got. So yeah, that's what it was. It was just like blue stripes, Bristol 192. And now now you've got everything. But if you just scroll on a bit and I'll show you the glass. That's what it, to be fair, there wasn't a lot of flash on it considering, it's an oldish tooling, but yeah, they weren't too bad then though, mate, were they? The glass.
That looks a lot better. Blimey.
Yeah. I suppose, it's that thought of doing 2 halves, sticking them together. It's just an absolute nightmare. And there's no locating pins either, you've got to wing it. You've got to wing it. There's no locating pins for that glass.
Once you get it together, it doesn't fit either.
It doesn't.
Apparently not. That kit won't be finding its way into my stash. I can tell you that now.
I was going to send it to you to build, mate, with some outlaw paint.
Yeah.
No thanks.
So yeah, but I called it. I said that when they released this as a vintage classic, and they went off, and they heard what I said, and they didn't take my advice. They've gone and released it. So, and the instructions again. I'm not doing it.
Are they new instructions or are they classic instructions?
Well, they're not too bad actually. The instructions,
Right.
they're not. They are. I don't think they've redone them. They're better. I think they have redone them. I think they have redone them. And we'll just get rid of that comment.
What comment?
The comment was on the screen. If we just go big, I think they have redone them. They're looking pretty. Come on. Why don't you focus, you bugger?
Yeah, they look kind of 1990s, don't they?
Yeah, they do, don't they? Maybe they've done them. Oh, why don't you focus? This camera's so slow at focusing. But yeah, they don't look too bad. But as you said, it's only 2 pages. So what is it? Six steps basically. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little crack at it. I think it's Roy Cross artwork as well, isn't it? Anyone can confirm that with me?
Well, that's different artwork than the one you had, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's Roy Cross artwork, isn't it?
No, it's not. I don't think that was Roy Cross. It should say on the box, Moss.
Okay. Pack design 1961. The actual tooling was 1959. Crumbs.
It's older than me.
No, it doesn't mention. Mr. But it gives you two schemes on this one, which is quite nice. You don't normally get 2 schemes of. But it's 50 odd quid. This one, I believe, isn't it?
What?
It's not a cheap vintage classic.
Bloody hell. 15 quid for that thing.
I'm sure it's about 15, Nicker, isn't it?
$5.99, surely.
No, it's a bit bigger than that. There's quite a lot of parts to it, considering. Nigel, do you know that part work upgrades to a bomber quick?
I just mentioned that one.
You mentioned that. Sorry, I was busy looking at it.
It's not for the downbuster.
Yeah, Greg's Models has a thing. Oh, yeah. Morning, babe. Modelling. Nice to see you, my friend. I'm tempted to get the ICM Ford Model A after watching John Alec. Yeah, that's a good video, that.
Mm-hmm.
Airfix and Chill never stays on topic. Love the randomness of it. Keep up the great work, guys, and run your shows as you want. Thank you, Goaters100.
Yeah.
We do try to keep a pattern forming. We did quite well. We got to about an hour before somebody I had a rant about paying for. I just thought the word scummy was a really horrible term. So I had to bite at that, I'm afraid, because I don't think it is scummy. Yeah, the fifth tag is on the ball again tonight. Nice to see you, Tags. Hope you got my book, by the way. I did send it to you, so let me know if you've got it. $15.99 on the Airfix website for that Bristol 192. Just got the Hobby Boss Jackal after watching John Alex build, you see, yeah. I thought John did the Airfix Jackal.
No, it's the new Hobby Boss, the Jackal 2.
Right. Is that the Supercat Jackal, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. They've done one as well, have they?
Kit. Really fantastic kit. And really good instructions.
When did you put that video up then?
Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know. A few months ago.
I don't remember that.
No, do I?
I don't remember that one. Because the Airfix Jackal's very good, isn't it? Luke reckons that's a good little build, that Jackal. What size is it? 132nd or 135th?
135th. Let me look to see when I put that up.
Yeah, the Jackal Airfix Jackal's 148, isn't it? Have I got it somewhere?
The Airfix is 148th, yes.
Yeah, I've got.
I wonder
it was 6 months ago, January.
Wow, I don't remember seeing that video.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Hobby Boss is accurate, because Hobby Boss are great at screwing things up, aren't they?
Well, you look at that helicopter he's building.
Yeah. Yeah, their Land Rover's a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
They got the Panzer IV, right?
Did they?
Well, Hobby Boss.
Their Spitfire's a mess. 30 seconds ago, one. Their A26 is that's a better representation of an A26 than they did.
Yeah.
Let's look up this Panzer One then that Tamiya are going to bring out.
The Tamiya one?
Is it Tamiya they're bringing out?
Yeah.
135th, yeah.
135th.
James, where did you see that or hear that?
I can't remember the name of the channel. It said breaking news, new Tamiya. It said a picture of the Panzer One. I watched a bit of it this morning.
It's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the little tank.
Is that the one that was originally built by the Czechs?
Was it the
No, it's 38T. That's
was it the
Skoda.
Sprues and Brews guy? Was that where it was? Sprues and Brews?
Nothing's coming up with Panzer One.
My eyes are they're just really giving me a hard time. Sorry about that. I just kept putting lotion in them.
Is it on their website? Tamiya website, is it?
It might be, yeah. Because they had box art for it.
Tamiya official website.
Because ironically, Academy announced a Panzer One.
Yeah, Sprue and Brew scale modelling.
Yeah.
I can't see it on their website. Tamiya.com. They've changed their website. It's a lot better now.
Mm.
135th. No, it's not. 135th miniature series.
Just put a link on your YouTube channel, Moss.
Okay,
I'll be there in the chat.
right. I haven't seen that news. I'll have to have a look. Tamiya. Let's go to Tamiya and let's have a look. They've got the Dax, they've got the swimming
Why are you
Pelican.
interested in that tank, James? It hasn't even got a bloody gun, has it?
It's like a 20 millimeter, I think.
Completeness.
Sorry?
It's completeness of building sort of like, I've done a Panzer II, I've done a Panzer
Oh,
III.
okay. Right.
Hmm.
I'm just interested in the history of tanks, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Panzer II that had a 20 millimeter. I think the Panzer I was just, it had dual MG34s or
I
something.
think it had machine guns on it, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And it's got cartwheels, hasn't it?
I'll watch it later. Yeah. Thanks, James.
It's all John Alex's fault.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see nothing. See, on the modelling news, they've not mentioned it. So it's just on that channel, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, James. Yeah, it had. I was thinking of the Panzer II turret, but yeah, you're right. That it just had those two coaxial machine guns, or whatever. Yeah.
It's not Tamiya, it's Academy, you said, is it?
No, the Academy announced one,
Yeah.
and then Tamiya announced it as one as well.
On Scalemates, is it? So look at Scalemates then. Scalemates Tamiya. Right, so it's Panzer
Panzer I.
Tamiya. Scale 1 to, was it 1 to 48 or 1 to 35th?
135th.
135th. It's not news feed. Look at their news feed now. Can't see it on here. I can't see it. Popular. No. Oh. News feed. Can't see it. Tamiya Panzer. And then it's Tamiya's done it, isn't it? 135th. Tamiya. Where's Tamiya to? I can't see it here, mate. There you go. Tamiya's done 26 versions. Let's have a look for the year 2020 will be
2025. It's coming out.
right. Here it is. Found it.
Can
I found it. After all
you
that,
pop it up on screen?
share screen. Yeah.
I'll be buying that.
But isn't I don't is it up for sale yet anywhere?
What did it say on the release date?
Just says future 2024.
Nice.
So I wonder who else has got the news on that then?
That'll probably be about October, November, Moss.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is a tiny thing, isn't it? If you look at the figure on it,
It's tiny.
Yeah.
look at that.
The tracks look nice.
They do, don't they?
So the whole Panzer One is about the size of like a King Tiger turret.
I know John Parker built one.
Yeah.
Hobby Boss Panzer one. He won 135, and it's tiny.
Yeah. Similar size to the ferret, James Willard says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the B, so that's the lengthened version.
Sprues and Brews was the YouTube channel. It's just a rumor, not out yet. But it was on Gary's Stuff Monday Matters tonight. So yeah. So it was on Monday Matters. But I haven't seen that at all. Wonder, you know. Normally I get Google alerts when stuff like that comes through, but I've not had a Google alert today. By the time I release something, I get a Google alert, but I've not got that. Doesn't say you put it on the site.
So I suspect I suspect they will release a 148 version of it as well.
That's a good. They probably would, wouldn't they?
That'll fit in your pocket.
Well, I know how small the Panzer 2 is, so that thing will be tiny.
I've just thought, Moss, actually,
Yeah.
I can't go to that show on Sunday.
Oh no! Why not?
I've got other appointments.
Oh, what a shame.
Bollocks.
It's only around the corner from you as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. You went there last year, didn't you? With the
Yes.
I go
Go ahead. Yeah.
with the Sea King, wasn't it?
Yeah. I go every year. It's my favourite show.
Oh,
I prefer that to Telford.
yeah, it's a good shout. Actually, it's a very good show, isn't it? I'm taking my book along, so if you want to buy my book signed by me and your name, I will do it for £10 if you want.
I've already got one signed by you and my name.
Yeah. You got one of the originals. That is before it went to print. That one, I had 5, and I gave them to my proofreaders, a really close friend who encouraged me to do it. And you got one as well, Nigel.
Thank you, mate. Well, hopefully, how many did my video sell?
All told, it was 10.
Right?
Yeah, 7, then 3 the next day, and then it doesn't take. I'm just assuming because that's what it was. You put it out there. And your video, and so I got 10 and 30. I don't know about the rest. It's only getting like 1 or 2 a day at the minute, but I haven't advertised it for a while. But I was talking to Tam, who done his own book, and he's advertising his. But to be fair, I've sold nearly 100, I think, in the space of a month. It was ranking 51st under the scale modeling category on Amazon. So that was quite a nice thing to see. But yeah, the Tamiya blog has got it on theirs as well. Just share this one. So that's the Tamiya blog. They've got it up there. That was 6 hours ago. That was so. Yeah, but it looks all right though.
Yeah, sure.
I wish they'd do a 32nd scale Hellcat or a Beaufort or something.
Do you reckon they will?
They won't do any 132nd scale planes for a while anyway, so
Apparently they don't make any money on them, apparently.
no.
Right. Anyway, folks, it's that time again. It's 5 minutes past 10. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. Thank you, John Alec, Nigel, Sully, James, and Fenris, and Rorex, and who else was on? That was it, wasn't it?
Can I just say something before we go?
Yeah.
Earlier on, you were on about watching people. You watch their videos, and you're like, "Oh my god!" You're like, "Really?"
Yeah.
I'm like that with Sully. I watch Sully. I just think, how does he do it? It's just fantastic. I love.
You do realise that he doesn't build his own; he gets somebody to do it for him.
Right.
Yeah. You know his toe. Yeah. Yeah. No, bless him. He's pretty good. He is. He's one I watch. But then again, you know, that's what I do. I just pick it up, boom, 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 and you know. Yeah. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Those in the chat as well. Thank you. If you don't feel you need to pay for anything because you get adverts, but if you do want to become channel members or become patrons of any of us here, feel free to help us continue doing what we're doing. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you next week for episode 97. And I will have a chat with Ian, and let's get him on as a new. It'd be good to talk with somebody new. You can ask us questions. Let's have a newbie on. That'd be really good. Anyway, thanks all, and see you next week. Ta-da. Bye-bye.